that will no longer be a factor in my race. That's going to be true no matter what they say.
But here's the thing. It didn't work for Republicans in 06. It didn't work for Democrats in 94. It just, it's one of those things you sit there and you say, there's always one person it works for. And so then all these consultants gravitate, look, it worked over here. Yeah. It didn't work for 34 other people. So I don't get it either, because I think what you do is, so one side says President Obama's the problem with the economy, the problem with the gridlock. The other side says, well, you know what? President Obama is a problem. You're right. Well, what does everybody hear? President Obama's a problem. So here you had number one and number two issues are what? The economy and gridlock. We found that over and over again. Republicans handed the people that didn't like the gridlock President Obama, and Democrats said, well, we're going to go after this niche voting group. We're going to get this niche voting group. We're going to get this niche voting group. And where was the message?
And
right? Where was the cohesive? Where was the cohesive?
Can I ask a question of India? We talk all the time. ISIS exists. There's a part of the world right now that's growing, and perhaps into a caliphate of people that are really anti-Western, anti-Israel, but anti-us. They grab our people and they behead them on television. How did that cease to be an election issue? Because somehow, did we change the channel? Did Ebola with 2 victims seem more important to us? I mean, how does that happen?
I think it did stay an election issue. I mean, we saw all these closing argument ads. The world's a terrifying place. Be afraid.
I sense it's more.
It was not a substantive argument. It was a scare tactic by the Republican opponents of Democratic incumbents who tried to focus on ISIS and Ebola in the scariest, most non-factual ways to take the eye off.
Where's the debate about
the real
ISIS?
Issues, which were the economy. But the Democrats were dumb enough to not say, let's talk about the economy.
Right.
Let's talk about
not only
the
that,
pocketbook
they didn't even have, but they didn't engage in the conversation. Republicans had a strategy here for 18 months. They're going to nationalize this election. They thought it was going to be health care. The issue kept changing. But they had a strategy. They're going to nationalize this election. They're going to do it. They see that they've got a map that's their direction. They're going to nationalize it. This is about getting Republicans out. So they found ways to do it. And they kept, the issue is immigration this week, fine. We're going to make that a national issue. If it's ISIS, fine. If it's Ebola, fine. And then the Democrats, again, just got caught up in their, I think, this is not a case where the sum is greater than the parts, and they only focused on the parts.
They tried to make every